right. So in this training exercise, I'm doing what we would call a troubleshoot session. Molly's place command has come along. The one thing where she gets hung up is if I'm far away from her and I tell her to go to the bed, she almost like expects me to be standing right by the bed and pointing. So I've noticed this a little bit in the house. I've noticed it in the yard. And so we just made it a whole training session where, sorry, the camera angle's terrible here, but just kind of last minute as I was watching her do this, I'm like, I'm going to film this and show her family so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. So what I'm doing is I'm baiting the bed to help her. So she's trying to get that food. She knows it's there. I needed a little bit more urgency because right here, you'll kind of see as I send her away, like she's so cautious to be obedient away from me, which is actually fairly common because dogs are not wired to be they're pack animals, and so as the further away she gets, the more direction she requires, but we're not right there to give it, so we have to kind of get creative. And so I'm baiting the bed probably every other time, every third time. Sometimes I'll do it back to back. Sometimes I'll do it every fifth time. And then I'll, throughout the training sessions, I ended up changing angles. Like I went over to the play set and set her from afar that way and just trying to help her here. So say I'm using the e-collar. She's trying to scratch it off. There's confusion. And so I'm walking in slowly, but I want her to figure this out as much as possible because there's so much functionality in me just saying Molly place at any place in my house and she can go to it, whether I'm sitting down with the kids or I'm at the door and let's say she wandered off the place bed and I can just give her a reminder, Molly place, and she can go and fix it. And there's no hesitation, no confusion on it. So her duration work looks awesome. She's able to do this with a lot of distractions. It's just being sent from afar where her brain gets a little bit stuck. So I am really, impressed of how far she's come, but this is our main goal this week is bringing this whole picture so that the functionality of this is really solid. And so we'll work it again later this evening, but she rocked it once I started to bring the food in. And that's why I call it, this is a troubleshoot session, is because if I see a dog struggling in any way, we got to figure out where it is and break that down and make it really simple for her. And so as I'm far away from her, I'm using e-collar and I'm slowly increasing body language and maybe I'll occasionally go to the leash. So I am helping her. I'm not just letting her drown, but I do want her to figure it out. And once she does, then that food is so quick to reward her faster than I could come in and just hand her food by hand. So I bait it here, I come away, and I think I ended on this note right here because I wanted to see how she did. Yeah, so much better. I'm walking in slowly in case I need to help her, but that food is very clear for her.